Hello everyone and welcome back to the Revival. Today is Newcastle versus Liverpool at St James's Park. With all chances of the Premier League title gone, it's now down to us to make sure that we at least finish in the top four and qualify for Champions League football. Looking at the lineup, there's very little that we're going to have to change. I think after his performance in the last match, Ki Sung-yueng has definitely deserved a recall to the bench at the very least. We will put him on the bench ahead of maybe Bodmer. Farfan is going to come in on the bench as well. In fact, it is Liverpool. No, we're gonna stick with our first choice team, with the exception, I have to say, of Todibo ahead of Lascelles, because I was really impressed with Todibo's performance against Chelsea. So we're going to go with a 4-3-3 formation. All of the usual suspects, with the exception of the captain Lascelles dropping to the bench in place of the former Barcelona defender Todibo.
Well, welcome everybody to a part of the world where football really matters. There is a healthy tension, great expectation building.
This is a big one today, really is.
A little bit grey overhead.
I'm not sure about that choice of kits. It would have been better if Liverpool had played in their home shirt. It would have made the teams a lot easier to distinguish.
Smashing noise from both sets of supporters and expectations high in both camps.
There's enough of a contrast that we should be okay, but...
well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Roberto Firmino. Pretty much the ultimate team player, Peter, in that he gives his teammates a real lift and makes everyone feel better. He can drop deep to pick up the ball and create chances for others, or drift wide to drag defenders out of position, and that versatility makes him really hard to defend against. He's also full of running, and he's extremely effective in that first line of defence.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get...
Go on! Oh, it's an early chance and we can't quite make it count.
Gets rid without sophistication. But it's Firmino.
Liverpool now on the break. Firmino holding the ball up very nicely.
The most prolific team in the league this season. This could fall anywhere. Keeps everyone guessing. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to
No, that's the wrong ball. Oh dear, oh dear.
Gomez.
Passing's a little bit wild today. You're going to keep an eye on that.
Out towards the flank. Willems battles to win it back. Tries to get it forward quickly. Newcastle are on a good run here at home, unbeaten in the last 5. He gets past his man.
It's unlucky. Keep the pressure on them though.
Have enough to concern the defence. And here's Mane. Oh, they can break here. And the weighted pass.
Oh, hello. Interesting decision from the goalkeeper. I thought he had enough room to get his hands on it.
But they'll have to go again. Almiron gets it back. Keita. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy.
No, just a little bit too much.
Keeper's ball.
I'm liking the attacking movement. It's got potential, but we're just going to have to make sure that we pick the right pass to unlock the Liverpool defence, and hopefully we won't get our defence unlocked in the meantime.
He just stood firm. Dashing forward at pace.
No, couldn't manage it.
That quality of tackle in the circumstances, it was probably goal-saving.
Henriks. Going through. Oh, Red, he sorted that out. Zarco plays it forward.
Players get a foot on it, but then don't go to chase after it.
Paid to a promising move. Gets a good foot in there.
It's a good tackle. Very good tackle.
And now they can launch a counter. Jonjo Shelvey plays it back.
Go on. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, the ball's come loose.
That'll be out for a corner, though. Very, very happy with the attacking intent of the team at the moment. We're doing nicely with these passes. Goalkeeper pulling out yet another world-class save. I'm seeing a lot of these low saves being made now, which is a shame because a lot of our goals do come from placed low balls.
And that's been levered clear. Almiron.
Oh, go on. No, didn't quite. If the ball had just not bounced quite as ferociously off of him.
And it's Shelvey. Now a chance to break. Forward it goes. Mane. And he's searching through.
Oh, that's a terrible miss. Terrible miss. Very happy to see that go wide. It's been a very, very even game so far, has to be said. Very happy with the passing of the team in the final third. Elsewhere, not so sure, but we can forgive them that. We're going to go straight into the second half. No changes deemed necessary so far. Well, Coco is looking more and more likely to come in for Richie. I like Richie. He's been a fantastic servant. But I think Coco is really starting to give consistent goal-scoring performances. And it's only a matter of time for him.
Almiron. Hayden gets into the right position to intercept. Todibo. And here's Mane. Lovely bit of skill. Mane. This is gone, that's a foul.
Oh, I think that's a little bit harsh.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he? Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Ball's out on the left now.
Come on, Joelinton. Now, how is that not a foul? I'm terribly sorry, but how is that not a foul? He's lost control, the player there, and his...
Zarco could try cutting inside.
I have to concentrate here.
So who's he picking out?
Right, here we go.
Off the ball there.
Now, he has definitely, in my mind, lost control.
That again. And it's Richie. Richie. Jordan Henderson
and cause my player to trip over him.
lobs it in gently.
He's been
Questions were
beaten
asked.
all ends
He's
up,
pulled him up for that challenge.
but you get nothing. Because apparently you've just tripped over a man who's already there. I'm sorry, but that's kind of bullshit, to be honest with you.
Willems going full tilt down the left.
Oh, yes! Get in there!
First blood drawn. His position
Very
was
nicely
perfect.
taken
The
from
invitation
Joelinton.
was there for him, and his
Almiron
response
making the run.
absolutely
The
clear.
ball released from the
I really
left wing.
can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that
By
split
Willems,
moment,
I believe.
and the damage was all done.
And then a nice simple finish. Well, I say simple. He had to tuck it into the left-hand corner. It's a precise finish is what it is. With the side of his foot. And that puts us 1-0 up. We're in control. And that being the case, I think now is the time where Richie will make way for Coco. And we'll give him a bit more of a run out.
Get those changes we have been expecting. Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Well, we certainly had to wait for it, Peter. Now a difficult decision. Is it stick or twist?
Van Dijk hoists it forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. And here's Roberto Firmino. Now it's Mane. The message is clear. None shall pass. And now the breakaway.
Oh, Maximan. Maximan. 2-0. Maximan scores. He's back in form.
And this is getting better and better.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected
The superhero,
because it took them seconds to get
sponsored
the
by
ball back.
Pantene.
They really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
It's a beautifully weighted pass to unlock the guy, and then he just lobs it into the corner. Not the most precise finish, but precise enough to beat the stranded Alisson. And it's 2-0 to Newcastle.
Should be comfortable from here on
And
in.
things are starting
Well,
to look a little
an
bit
absolutely
rosy again.
fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, it's a good save from Dubravka.
Well, I think when you're in that situation, all you can do is tip your hat to the keeper, because that was fantastic. They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
It's another chance for Joelinton. Oh, I tell you what, if I managed to think ahead and read that, he could have nicked that off of his man.
Newcastle seemed to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
Aimed in towards the centre. And it's Shelby. It's Shelby!
I'm intent on getting one of these outside of the box goals at some point.
Dinks one in. Willems. Decent looking ball. Gets the better of his man.
I was trying something a bit fancy, it didn't quite come off.
A real chance to break. Salah. And here's Mane. He's through. Mane!
Oh, I don't know what that is.
A real
But Mane is
chance and
much
a
better
real
than that.
let-off.
Much better than that. Origi coming on.
And combating that requires
A little bit more
even more
muscle
meanness.
up front. We're going to have to be mindful of that. Willems has run his race for today, so he's going to have to come off. I think Verdonk's going to have to come on for him. And why don't we put Mandzukic up front? The two attacking midfielders have run their legs off, bless them.
Are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Henriks. Just 5 minutes left.
Just looking for gaps in play now, trying to get... Oh, hello.
And Dyke is there, and he... Oh, that is asking for trouble. It's out for a goal kick.
Just got a little bit panicked in the box there. Didn't feel like I had enough time to do what I wanted. And of course, when you panic, you absolutely will not have enough time to do what you want.
Almiron. Great strength.
Oh, referee, come on. Tackle from behind there. That's dangerous. At least a yellow.
Looks like a final warning.
No, apparently he just gets a final warning. What do I know about the rules of the game, eh?
Too much on it. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Goes for goal.
Oh yes, number 3. It's a massive mix-up by the Liverpool defence, and I'll happily take it. Maximan's second goal of the game.
An act of charity, gratefully received.
Probably could have played it back into Mandzukic, but I was being a little bit greedy. A flattering result for Newcastle. Jordan Henderson looking absolutely embarrassed.
Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest.
And we'll take that all day and all night.
Newcastle can certainly give themselves a pat on the back.
7 shots, 6 on target, 46% possession. The underdogs have done it 3-0. That is an absolutely ridiculous result. I'm very happy, but very relieved. Tadibo with a 5.5. Okay, he wasn't really in the game that much, so I don't know. I'd feel sorry for these players because they're getting absolute pelters. Like Saint Maximin, he gets 2 goals, he gets a 7.5. That's more like it. That is more like it. Richie only a 5.5. I'm really beginning to feel like he's limiting our abilities on that right wing. So I think maybe we're going to have to make that switch now for Coco. But yeah, very happy with that result overall. And let's see what happened in the other games. So Manchester City losing to Wolves 2-0. That is a surprising result. Southampton beating Preston 4-1. Brighton winning against West Brom 1-0. Arsenal and Burnley playing to a draw. Watford and Fulham drawing 0-0. Aston Villa losing 4-0 to Manchester United, which thankfully for us, because we won by 3 today, means that we only lose 1 goal in the goal difference to them. But thanks for nothing, Aston Villa. Cheers. Seriously, who do you want to finish 4th? Bournemouth 1-0 against Everton, who are our next opponents, and Tottenham maintaining the pressure up the top as much as you can expect there to be pressure with that kind of points gap. 1-0 against Norwich City. So how does that leave the table? Well, Manchester City are pretty much confirmed champions at this point, if not definitely champions. We're 33 games into the season, 5 games left, which means 15 points between those fixtures to be given out. With 15 points left, that means that Manchester City could potentially end on 96 points. Good Lord. But as long as there's chance, they're going to keep going. Newcastle and Manchester United again on 65 points apiece. That win against Liverpool does open up the possibility of finishing 3rd. So don't underestimate the chances that Liverpool might end up losing out on Champions League altogether. We'll see how things go as we continue. on the wrap-up of the season. We'll just have a quick look at which game we'll come back for. It's not going to be against Everton. I think maybe we're going to be looking at the last couple of games of the season. We'll see how things play out as I'm going along. But we've got Everton, Norwich, Tottenham and Bournemouth. Aston Villa, last game of the season. Well, maybe Aston Villa can help us out in the end. I think we will probably come back, unless things go really, really badly or really, really well, we'll come back for the Tottenham game. So that's going to be match day 36, and then the episode after will go for the final game of the season. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.